Hi everyone, it's Laura with Ideal CRM, and today is another day of Construction Sales Unlocked. We'll look at how to manage and grow sales by using a sales pipeline. Now, sales is one of the key components of any successful business, and managing sales effectively is what sometimes puts a company above another. It's that phone call that you make 2 minutes after a service inquiry comes in from your website that will win you the opportunity. It's consistent follow-up after you send out your proposals that will help you find out which client was awarded the job and, in the end, help you win the project. Now, when you're organizing your sales, your clients, opportunities, and bids, one of the best ways is to keep track of everything with a sales pipeline. But keep in mind, a sales pipeline that makes sense for your company and your sales process is everything. You can look at the sales pipeline as an important tool that helps you manage and grow sales. But before we dive into how to set up our sales pipeline, I'd like to go over the differences between a pipeline and a funnel. A sales pipeline is a set of steps and activities in each step needed to transform a lead into a customer, or an opportunity into a project or a won bid. The steps in the sales process are called sales pipeline stages. When you look at your sales pipeline, you basically know what to do next. You can easily identify next steps for each opportunity. For example, if you see that an opportunity has been sitting in negotiating stage for too long, you know you need to follow up with that client, find out what's going on, and hopefully move the opportunity to the next stage. On the other hand, a sales funnel is basically a visual representation of the number of opportunities or leads and the conversion percentage between stages. The funnel can help you understand where opportunities or leads fall through the cracks. If you have a low conversion percentage between two stages, it means you identified a gap in your sales process that needs to be solved. Both the sales pipeline and the sales funnel are great sales tools that show important metrics. But for organizing your sales department and your opportunities, it is the sales pipeline that will give you the best results. So let's go over why a sales pipeline is important. Firstly, it organizes your leads and opportunities clearly. With one glance at your pipeline, you will see where each opportunity is and what you need to do next. Sales representatives can identify the opportunities they need to address and when. Then it also provides real-time information on workloads and sales team performance. A sales pipeline helps companies of all sizes optimize their sales process and streamline sales activities. And it also allows executives to identify sales process gaps, forecast revenue, and get an overall view of the financial health of the organization. Many studies have been performed on sales performance and what improvements and tools have the biggest impact for the sales department. Vantage Point, for example, discovered that companies who not only define but master their sales pipeline enjoy a 15% higher revenue growth. So what does 15% revenue growth mean to you? That is a big impact for a tool that companies can easily implement and adopt. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to show you how to implement and adopt a sales pipeline at your company. It's a fairly simple process with a few steps. The first thing you'll have to do is document your sales process and define the sales pipeline stages. For most companies, these stages will be very similar to the steps in your actual sales process. What I also want to point out is that in certain industries, like construction for example, there are a few distinct sales processes. When we advise construction companies, we suggest splitting their sales process in two: lead to client process and opportunity to project process. The reason why this split makes sense in construction is because if you are a subcontractor, for instance, and you manage to convert the general contractor into your client, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll do work for them right away. All it means is that you got on their bid list, you'll receive invitations to bid from that particular GC, but you still have to win the bid before that opportunity becomes a job. Now let's take a general look at pipeline stages before we get into more detail and really how do we document everything. So Business-to-business sales pipeline stages are quite different from business-to-customer pipeline stages. Standard sales pipeline stages for business-to-business may include new lead, new opportunity, a discovery stage where you find out more information about the opportunity, estimating where you basically create your proposal and send it out, then follow-up, negotiation stage, and obviously closed, whether you won or lost the opportunity. Each pipeline stage should list the activities and actions that a business developer should accomplish. For example, in the discovery stage, a sales representative may need to call or email the client to gather specific information about that project. When you build your sales pipeline stages in a Word document or Excel or whichever tool you choose, make sure you actually list each activity that's needed in every stage. A sales toolbox that includes all the materials needed for the sales team to accomplish the activities required by each stage is absolutely necessary. What this should include are email templates that a sales representative can easily draw on and copy and paste into their email tool, change a few things like maybe first name and the project name, and then quickly send it out to a client. The same goes for proposals. A library of proposal templates is really helpful for sales teams in order to streamline the sales process better. Now let's take a look at an actual example of a sales pipeline. What we're looking at here is a sales pipeline for a construction company. The sales process at a construction company consists of 4 or 5 phases that are highlighted on this diagram with different colors. They would be pre-construction, the estimating phase, follow-up, the closing phase, and lastly, the reporting and analysis phase. What we want is to start each opportunity we receive in the new opportunity stage. An opportunity for a construction company could be an invitation to bid, a website inquiry, a call for service, or an inspection inquiry. Most of the time, we'll have to gather some additional information such as building plans, specs, and requirements, so we can add that as a separate stage in our pipeline. Next, it's a go-no-go decision time. This is where we maybe sit down with our supervisor or in a sales team meeting, for instance, and we look at things like, do we have the time and manpower to complete this project in the timeline specified? Or is this even a project we're qualified or insured to do? If our decision is a no-go, then we mark our opportunity as closed, not bidding. But if we decide to bid this opportunity, then it goes to the next phase, which is the estimating phase. Depending on how large your sales team is, the stages in this phase could all be done by one person for each opportunity, or more people may be involved. You may have the estimator purely calculate cost and pricing for the bid and designate a different person to create and send out the proposal. However your team is organized, these 3 stages are important for tracking purposes and to make sure you send out your proposal in time. Now, once your proposal is out the door and in your client's hands, the follow-up stages come in, and we like to separate opportunities in follow-up in 2 stages. If you bid multiple clients for an opportunity, then it should be in a follow-up stage, client not awarded. We do this because your follow-up message or question is different at this stage. You will be calling or emailing these clients to find out which one of them got awarded the project. It's only after you find out which client was awarded that you start calling them to find out what your price looks like compared to your competitions and so on. Now, once we find out if we got the project or not, we can close our opportunity with the right status depending on whether we won, lost, or maybe we didn't even bid the client who won. And at the end of our pipeline, we want to do some analysis. This is not a stage per se in our pipeline, but it could be a monthly strategic meeting when we, as a sales team, analyze how things went, what we did wrong when we lost an opportunity, how we could improve our process. So what this diagram does for us is basically documenting our sales process, breaking it down in separate stages and listing activities needed in each stage. Once we have our sales process all documented and broken down in stages, it is time to adopt a tool that will help us track our opportunities. Such a tool could be an Excel spreadsheet or a sales CRM software. We can manage our sales pipeline with an Excel spreadsheet if we have a small sales team and we bid a relatively small number of opportunities. What we have to do first is set up a spreadsheet with all the columns needed, like opportunity name, location, pipeline stage, clients, and formulas and charts to calculate and visualize our data. If this is not something you're comfortable doing, you can download the Ideal Excel spreadsheet you see in this screenshot from idealcrm.app/Excel pipeline. Now, we have to keep in mind that there are quite a few limitations to using a spreadsheet, such as not receiving notifications when a bid is due or when a client opened our proposal. Also, there is no automation we can build into it, and it is pretty hard to keep track of sales as a team. Another way of managing our sales pipeline is with a sales CRM software. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. If we outgrew our spreadsheet or we have a larger sales team and volume of opportunities, a sales CRM is the best way to manage our pipeline. To get started, we need to first select the right CRM for our company. Notice I keep saying sales CRM and not just CRM. This is because most CRMs on the market are marketing CRMs, the ones that allow you to track individual clients and send out email campaigns. Those are great systems, but that is not what we need here. We need a CRM that focuses on sales. For construction companies, for example, the best sales CRM built specifically for them is Ideal CRM. If you operate in a different industry, you'll have to find out which is the right one for you. Once the tool is selected, we'll want to import our current data like clients, contacts, open opportunities or leads. And if the tool allows us, we also want to set up proposal templates and email templates so when we turn the lights on, we can hit the ground running with the system. In terms of shortcomings for a CRM software, there really aren't any if we select the right tool for our company, we set it up correctly with all the tools needed, and we train our users. A big plus, though, compared to a spreadsheet, is that we can generate any type of report we need, like personnel performance, winning rate, client profitability, any report really, which gives us a powerful tool to improve and grow sales. We hope you found this session of Construction Sales Unlocked insightful. If you need help documenting your sales process, establishing your sales pipeline stages, or identifying the right tool to implement, please don't hesitate to contact us. Go to idealcrm.app and send us a message. We're more than happy to help. For more insights on sales, subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website again soon, as we post new articles, sessions, and videos every week. Thanks for watching and happy selling!